Stardate 201706.07. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Captain Foley. Lots of exciting stuff going on, both past, present, and future. Just got back from Wonderfest. We've got our trip in like 4 days. Today's the 7th on Tuesday, and on the 11th, on this Saturday, we're flying out to LA to meet Doug Drexler and Rick Sternbach and do a whole bunch of really cool stuff out there. Then going to Never Comic-Con and doing the Trekyards Mission America tour. And I want to thank you guys off the hop for that, for the Indiegogo support. You guys are awesome, incredible, which is a nice segue into my next topic of interest, and that's the comm badge. The Trekyards comm badge is finished. It's the proper size. It's the correct TNG size. It's not the correct placement on this shirt, unfortunately. This is a shirt from the movie Unbelievable. If you don't know about it, it stars a bunch of Star Trek actors and a puppet of William Shatner as Captain Kirk. Go on YouTube, check out Unbelievable. You won't be disappointed. We met these guys in Vegas, me and my wife, in 2013. Got the shirts, and it looks incredible. So yeah, check it out. If you haven't seen it already, definitely do that. But anyway, yeah, the comm badges are in. A few select people at Wonderfest actually got one. Dave Lewis, Bill Krause, John Eves, a few other select people, and those ones were autographed by the captain himself. That would be me. Got to sign my first autographs for these fine folks, and it was incredible. Wonderfest was a great time. Lots to report on. Lots of pictures and stuff. Met a lot of great Trekyards fans down there. Gregory Waters, William Barton, Truby Howard, one or two other ones whose names elude me right now, so I apologize. If you're watching this, please put your names in the comments below. I have pictures with all you guys, so I will be posting those as well. Please feel free to tag yourself in them if I miss you. And I've got a lot of Wonderfest pictures, so I don't know when exactly those are going to be posted, but stay tuned. You'll be seeing those Wonderfest pictures soon. Both great models, great people, a lot of fun was had by all, and it was just a great time, and I'm really looking forward to our next trip down to Wonderfest next year, as well as the trip coming up at the end of this week. 2 weeks of craziness with Samuel. So, also, I want to say a big thank you to everybody out there who sent me birthday wishes. My birthday was May 28th. You guys are great. I can't even remember how many happy birthday messages I got. It was an incredible amount. And speaking of birthdays, today, June 7th, is Samuel's birthday, Commander Cockings himself. He wish him a happy birthday. Don't do it in my comments, though. I don't want to be reading Happy Birthday Samuel in every comment. And if you say Happy Birthday Samuel in the comments, I'll know that you weren't paying attention, and there will be disciplinary action taken against you. Please, by all means, go over to the Trekyards page, where I posted a video earlier today, and put your happy birthday wishes for Samuel there. There is a lot already, so definitely join in. Get him. He's the one that makes the show what it is. He provides all the great visuals and really makes it a stunning-looking show. And I really want you guys to show your support for all the time and effort he puts into the show, and just wish him a happy birthday. He's a great guy, and he really deserves everything that you guys. You know, all the best. He deserves all the best. All the best greetings you can give, everything. He's a good guy, and he means a lot to me, and I really want him to feel appreciated. So please go do that. Like I said, I'm going to be seeing him on Saturday. We're going to be spending 2 weeks together, so we'll probably have a birthday bash, a combined birthday bash down somewhere during our trip. So we're also going to have fan meet and greets where we will tell you where we're going to be, what day, what time, and you guys can come and meet us in LA, Denver, and as well as Montreal, and possibly Ticonderoga, New York as well. So we'll keep you posted on all those dates and times and places and locations and whatever, just so you guys know what's going on, so you guys can come meet us if you so desire to do so. Also, I want to just say we hit our 10,000 subscriber mark on YouTube, which is fantastic. I think right now we're at 10,550 or so. So that's awesome. And we've also hit over 4 million minutes of Trekyards watched. That's a lot of minutes, Trekyards. So thanks again, guys, for all that great stuff. I'm going to show you a few things from Wonderfest right now. This is going to be the Wonderfest edition, and then the build up to Mission America edition as well. So, first of all, like I said, these comm badges are in production right now. We have some being made by my good friend Dave Blappy Geerton. We just know him as Blap or Blappy. He also joined me at Wonderfest, but he will be making them up for the for everybody that's donated to the Indiegogo that got this perk. Now, he's going to be casting them in resin, and I'm going to be painting them. So it'll be hand painted by the captain himself, just for you guys, everyone that got one. So you know that my little fingers and love were all over it. And so you can enjoy that, I guess. Alright, so let's get into some of the cool things I got at Wonderfest. Well, first of all, first cool thing is Johnny's business card. If you don't know who John Eves is, shame on you. But here's his business card. And the Trekyards com badges, they came in a little baggy, and came, of course, with the Trekyards business card, which had my signature, my autograph on the back, and then the Trekyards patch, as well as the Blap Models logo, because he, of course, does all the casting and everything for me. So big shout out to Dave for that. That's awesome. Here is the Captain Foley official Wonderfest badge. I was chairman of Iron Modeler this year, my first year, so I got an Iron Modeler pin. And a really kind guy, I can't remember his name. He just joined Trekyards at Wonderfest because he found out about it. He gave me the Star Trek and Star Wars pin, so there you go. There's that. Also got a Scratch Builder pin from my good friend Jason Eaton, who's an excellent model maker, real professional. He does studio scale models. Had a Skyhopper from Star Wars there, Romulan D'Deridex Bird of Prey, one of the large scale ones, and also a Sand Speeder. So lots of cool stuff from him. I got to meet Ken Paltrow, who has worked on movies such as Deadpool, Star Trek Beyond, Allegiant Part 1, Star Trek Into Darkness, Tiny Museum, Secret of the Tomb, X-Men Days of Future Past, Godzilla 2014, RoboCop 2014, Ender's Game, Percy Jackson, Man of Steel, Elysium, Oblivion, Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Mission Impossible, Ghost Protocol, Underworld, Awakening, The A-Team, and worked on television shows such as The Flash, Man in the High Castle, Almost Human, Motive, Battlestar Galactica, Blood and Chrome, Caprica, Continuum, and Warehouse 13. Ken is a great prop master and prop builder. Heard a lot of great stories from him, got to hang out with him. He's a cool guy. He's going to be on Trekyards eventually, talking about some of his work on Star Trek 3 and Star Trek Into Darkness, so stay tuned for that, guys. He kind of gave me a hard time that we haven't invited him already, and I apologize, Ken, if you're watching this. I'm on it. My people will call your people, absolutely. I also got to hang out with Eric Chu. He worked on Battlestar Galactica. It was John Eves, Eric Chu, and Ken Paltrow all lined up. They're all good friends. It was a great time. Got some pictures of myself and Blap with them, as well as Kirk Thatcher, who is the punk rocker from Star Trek 4. You know, the screw you guy that gets Vulcan neck pinched. He also works for Jim Henson's, what was the name of the show? Jim Henson Creature Creator or whatever. It was like Face Off, where they have to design Muppets and creatures. He was one of the guest judges for that. So he's a filmmaker, writer, and monster maker, as he puts it. So also had the opportunity to meet the very wonderful guys from Star Trek Continues, or Star Trek, no, it's not Star Trek Continues, sorry, I got mixed up. Star Trek Phase 2, don't kill me anybody. Star Trek Phase 2, which apparently is going back to the name Star Trek New Voyages, which is cool. Both Spock and the Admiral were there. Here's the Admiral, signed a picture for me. To Stuart, at ease, the Admiral. So the Admiral's telling Captain Foley what to do, which is fine, because he's an Admiral, right? Also got a picture of both of them, Spock and the Admiral signed. Spock, he is going to be at the Phase 2 sets when we're there at the end of this Mission America tour, so he's looking forward to working with us. He said he might even be in costume and in makeup when we're there, so we might have Spock in one or two of our videos, which might be cool. Don't quote me on that, I don't know if that's going to be the case, but he will be there to meet us and to you know, hang out with us, show us the sets, that kind of thing. They were also kind enough to be giving away some episodes on DVD. I got The Holiest Thing for free, and Mind Sifter, both signed by them too. So that's incredible as well. As part of Iron Modeler, one of the giveaways, there were the teams. There was 10 teams, a total of 10 teams, and each team had 3 people, 2 to 3 people. So one of the giveaways, actually there was 4 things that were, there were four awards that were given away. The best use of greeblies, supplied by Blatt Models. The Bermuda Triangle Award for the weirdest entry, supplied by Blatt Models again. And then there was a runner-up prize, which I'm going to show you in a second. There was 4 of these that they brought in, so we only needed 3, so I managed to snag one because I was the chairman, which is awesome. And then of course the Armada winner this year was Tag Team Hobbies for their incredible creation. So, but one of the good things about being the chairman is I got to get one of these, the Starfleet Assembly Manual. And this just tells you how to build and paint and light a variety of Star Trek models, Federation, Klingon, Romulan. Gives you all the proper colors and techniques and things people have learned over the years. And there's some really great pictures to follow along with, and art in here as well, so it's very detailed and just a great book. So very fortunate to have that. And as I mentioned, I met up with Truby Howard again. I saw him last year. He supplied some Star Trek remastered DVDs last year, seasons 1 and 2, which I still have. I haven't auctioned them off or anything as a donation, but he was kind enough to bring me the Starship Construction Manual from FASA, 2nd edition. This is also an incredible book, hard to find. Actually, I had somebody ask me where I got it because they wanted a copy and they thought it was available at Wonderfest. But thanks to Truby, I've got it. There's the Chanley. There was an incredible Chanley model there this year. It's by Scott. I can't remember his last name. Scott, don't kill me. But it was an incredible model of the Chanley. Looked really good. I know I'm not a huge fan of the Chanley, but it's definitely not the ugliest ship around, and it's a 350 scale model of it nonetheless. The thing was huge. He did a fantastic job. So yeah, Truby got me this, and it's got a lot of great information in it. It's one I've always wanted over the years, so I am blown away by that. Thank you very much for your generosity, Truby. You're awesome. And there's of course the Chanley, and the Chanley is of course on the front under construction. Hold it out. There we go. La. So everybody that loves the Chanley gets to see that, which is very cool. And lastly, I'll probably have Wonderfest stories off and on for the next couple Captain's Logs, because there was just so much happening, so many great things happened, so many cool adventures and fantastic stories, that plus some insider stuff, which you guys can't know right now. But there's a lot going on. I took my sketchbook and had John Eves sign it. And he wrote in it, to Stuart, he drew a little Enterprise there, streaking through. It says, to Stuart, welcome to the big Star Trek family. You're the best, John Eves. So this is one of my most prized possessions now. Thank you, John. We do have some good news about our trip down to LA. It is actually, John Eves is going to be working down there for the week we're there. So we might be able to visit John Eves as well while we're there, and get some interviews with him while in LA. I know he's going to be in Denver as well, hopefully. They just moved, he just purchased a new house, so they got to move and stuff. He's not sure if he can make it to Denver, but we should be seeing him at least in LA and possibly Denver. Also, a friend of mine, Patrick Tomlinson, he is a comedian, stand-up comedian and author. He's written 2 novels. There's a 3rd one in the works in this series. First one's called The Ark. The second one is Trident's Force. These are science fiction. Well, the first one's like a science fiction whodunit on a generational ship, and then I'm not going to tell you the plot of the second one because it might give something away. But these are worth picking up. Patrick Tomlinson. These are both autographed by him. Incredible guy, funny guy, great guy to know. Met him last year at Wonderfest, and this year we hung out quite a bit. And the guys at Wonderfest are just incredible. Big shout out to everybody that I met there, and very talented individuals. Next up is some prints. And not Prince the singer that passed away, unfortunately, but Prince. These are done by John Eves. I got the Rocketeer, signed by him. I'm a huge Rocketeer fan. Also got the this one here, signed by John. This one says "To the Mighty Stuart." And of course the companion piece to that one from the other angle. This one here, it says "Stuart, keep 'em flying." So incredible prints. I'm looking forward to getting these framed. Don't know where I'll put them. Maybe when one of the kids moves out or something, and we do plans for my new office upstairs, they can go in there. I know that's quite down the road, but you gotta look to the future, right? So incredible stuff. John Eves was fantastic. Like I said, I got a lot of pictures with him, as well as Ken Paltrow and Eric Chu. Fantastic, fun guys to be around. We had a great time. It was a great weekend. A lot going on. A lot of people. I got to know a lot of people better, and got to meet some new people, and it was just great. So that's where we stand with that. Now it's time for that part of the show where I talk about your questions and comments from my last Captain's Log. Get those squared away. If you guys have any questions for me about Wonderfest, or you know, if you saw me there and didn't say anything, or if you did see me and I got a picture with you and I didn't mention your name, I apologize. Please give it a shout out in the comments. I will definitely read it and apologize and tell them a story about you that I know in the next Captain's Log if we did anything crazy or whatever. So, all right, first comment is from William May, and he just says Scott Bakula, because I couldn't, for the life of me, in my last Captain's Log, remember Archer's name, the actor that played Archer. But yeah, Scott Bakula from Quantum Leap, from NCIS New Orleans. He's one of my favorite actors. I just was drawing a mental blank that day, so thank you, William. Next is Sackwest. I agree with the comments, Stuart. Trekyards is incredible. You really should be very proud. And then he goes on to say, apparently a study of 1,400 Australian students found that kids that smoke marijuana are at a significantly higher risk of depression. I'm not a fan of studies, so take that with a grain of salt. Well, yeah, studies and statistics can prove anything. You know, 7 out of 10 Americans will tell you that, Sackwest. So, I don't know if you see what I did there. If not, you better rewind. Next is the Schnink. What program do you use to model ships for the show, for ship spotlights? I have no idea. I know Samuel uses Lightwave. I don't model the ships. He doesn't model them. He does light them and stuff. So I think it's Lightwave that he uses, that I hear Lightwave thrown around a lot. So that's what I assume he uses. That'd probably be a good question for one of the Commander Q&As. Next is Jess Hull. Great Captain's Log as always. Thank you. As for who would make a good captain, what about Christopher Waltz? We've had captains with American accents and British accents. How about one with an Austrian, German accent? He's such a great actor. I think he would make a really interesting and compelling captain. Yes, that'd be awesome. I think a captain with like an Austrian accent would be incredible. I just think of Arnold Schwarzenegger all of a sudden. You damn Klingons! Get to the shuttle! No? I don't do that well. Sorry. This is from Robert Flatters. Just heard the news that the lawsuit against Axonar is being dropped. Yes. Still not 100% sure what's going on with that, so I'm not going to really comment or speculate on that. Although we are talking to Alec Peters while we're in LA, so we might have some information which we may or may not be able to release immediately, but eventually you'll hear the complete interview with him and whatnot. So yes. Stephen James Hopper. Hey Stuart, totally loving Trekyards. Been skipping through all episodes for about a month now and I'm hooked. So thanks for that. What would you say was the best quality kit I could buy? Looking for a detailed kit to get my teeth into, and any help would be amazing. Keep up the good work. Anyways, Captain, and thanks. Anything by Round 2 Polar Lights is incredible. The fit is amazing. the detailing, the proportions, they're all 100% correct. So definitely get one of the new AMT kits, or not AMT, so Polar Light kits. I can't believe I just did that. Polar Light round 2 kits, especially the 350 scale. If you can get that, that's the one to do. I'm telling you. Gypsy Prepper, Enterprise Season 5. Link, please. And they're just going to talk about the Season 5, including the Earth Romulan War, whatever. There is a trailer on YouTube for Enterprise Season 5. If you guys want to go search that up and take a look at it, it's actually really good. And it would have been cool to see something like that, but alas, we didn't get the opportunities. So, Samuel Quinby, what about having Nathan Fillion play now? Nathan Fillion play now, play the new captain. Yeah, it goes on to talk about, he was supposed to say Nathan Fillion from Firefly to play the new captain. Yeah, I think that'd be good. I mean, he was good in Firefly, of course, but really, since I've seen him in Castle and a few other things, he just comes off as too silly for me. I can't really take him super seriously. So I don't know. I think it'd be cool to see him, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, would it work? Who knows? Alright, I had to switch to my computer because my iPad was acting up, so... Well, not acting up, it just wasn't displaying all the comments, so... Anyway, Fox Piano goes to say, I think I see Snoke from The Force Awakens on the illustrations on the Trekyards gift boxes. The tip of Snoke's nose is almost touching Captain Foley's head. It's a side view. Ooh. Do you see? Conspiracy theory. Film Monk Productions. So there's video of JJ and Justin Lin that comes out. In it, JJ talks about how Justin Lin got angry with the studios over Axner and said, stop doing this. To which JJ said they would. Who would have thought that Justin and JJ would be the saviors of fan films? And for that, I respect them a lot more. I do as well. Yeah, it was great news to hear, and the way that it was presented was incredible, but it's still not 100% settled on what's happening with that, so we need to be wary until we know the exact details of the final outcome. So yeah, just watch it, just be careful. Wake Roberts, Jason Statham would be pretty awesome as a Starfleet captain, a quality choice, sir. My question for this week, besides Risa, on which planet would you most want to take shore leave? There's other planets other than Risa? That's a rough question. There's a lot of planets. I don't know. I think it'd be cool to see Vulcan. Might be a little hot for me. I prefer the hot to the cold though, so that might be okay. That might be fine. The Genesis planet looked nice while it was around. Like, can be rushed on your vacation. By the time you unpack, the planet be destroyed. So there's that. Delta Vega from the JJ verse. That looks like a fun place to visit. But then you can just, literally probably jump in the air and land on Vulcan. They were so close. So that would be my Vulcan trip. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know if I can answer that. My shore leave planet would be Risa, so that's all there is to it. Clift said, the Andor looks like a Cardi ship. To which Gavin Bowd said, I was thinking the same thing. Yes, it does look like a Cardassian ship, but the Andor was around first. It was around in the FASA days, so if anything, the Cardassian design was taken from the Andor, which I don't think Rick did at all, so... But yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Cloudzilla, Captain, watching your new Beyond trailer. My new Beyond trailer? No, the new Beyond trailer. I noticed when they show the trifecta, Kirk, Spock, and McCoy asks, "You really want to go back out there?" McCoy is wearing an ugly necklace, and Spock is wearing Vulcan clothing. Very motion picture-ish. I have a feeling we may be seeing something more Enterprise A. The clothing indicates they've been off duty for a while, waiting for the whale probe to return. Whales existed in the JJ verse too. Uh-oh. Interesting. I never noticed that, but it sounds like something that they would probably do. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. Apparently it's like 2.5 years, 3 years into their 5-year mission that this happens, so we'll see. The Schnink says J.J. Abrams got people to convince Paramount to drop the lawsuit on Axanar. Indeed. Well, it wasn't J.J. Abrams, it was Justin Lin, but P. Giovanetti Jr., one of my Trekyards admins. Paul, how you doing? I'm with you on the Denise Crosby front, Captain. I feel like TNG can be broken out into 2 parts. The Yar years, aka the dark times, and the post years, aka the happy times. I hate how Crosby milks all the convention appearances too. She's probably a great person, but she wasn't right for the show. I agree, and the fact that she didn't have any faith in the show, and that's one of the reasons that I've heard that she left, that bugs me a little bit. And I've never really liked her at all. I didn't like her character. I'm not a fan of Denise Crosby per se. So, yeah, not my favorite character. She's kind of like the Excelsior of the crew. You know what I mean? Like, she's all right. She's good, you know, interesting to have around, but I don't want to see her much, and I'm really not gonna bother with her too much. Simon Heath, thanks for the Wrath of Gems info. Hadn't heard of it, and it's quite addictive. It can be, yeah. It's actually, the TOS campaign is really cool. There's some great visuals and stuff in that, so thanks to the Wrath of Gem guys, too, for supporting my last video, or sponsoring it, and the Commander's Q&A as well. That was awesome. Plus, we also did a Let's Play, where Samuel did a Let's Play video of the Wrath of Gems, so check that out if you haven't. Next one is from Inky. No mention of the new CBS trailer for Star Trek. I've been waiting to see what you guys make of it. Well, we did a podcast on it, so check it out. I think I did this just before that, or around the same time as it. So I think we'd already recorded the podcast, or we're just about to record it. Anyway, there's a podcast out there where we talk about the new trailer. Empyrean Frost. I thought of a new question for this week. If you could pick any Federation species, member, or gender to be your XO, or first officer, which would you choose? Also, do you think when the Enterprise NCC 1701 got the Phase 2 refit, other Starship classes got the Phase 2 treatment? Let's start with the first thing. Probably an Andorian female. I have an Andorian female for my Star Trek Online first officer, and let's just say I like the blue skin. I like the bloobs, if you will. So I would definitely say that. Yeah, even an Orion. Well, the Orion would have too much control over me. She'd have to get her like pheromone scent glands removed or something. I don't know. So next question about the Phase 2 refit. Do you think other classes got the Phase 2 treatment? I think select ships in the fleet might have got the Phase 2 treatment because it was just probably a test bed to test the new systems. So yeah, I'm sure there was some maybe TOS Miranda's classes that got it. Not every ship, I don't think, though. I think they might have been testing a few different, because when you get to the Star Trek 3 era, there's a lot of different contractors, you know, vying for position with different experimental projects, such as the Excelsior and Transwarp and different things like that. So I think that was a lead up to that. I'm pretty sure that not the entire fleet was refitted into the Phase 2 design. I think it was just a test bed for the next evolution of Starship design, which for the Enterprise was a refit to the full refit version, but then they used that design and built fresh ships in that style, because none of the other Constitution class ships returned from their 5-year mission, depending on which sources you believe, right? So that's my take on that. Analysis of sci-fi. Will do release captain is not just rank, it also title commanding officer ship. Okay, I'm going to try to read this one. Sorry, it's kind of rough. Will do release captain is not just rank, it also title of any commanding officer ship vessel. JFK commanded the PT-109, so by default he was the captain of the PT-109, despite him not having the rank of captain or lieutenant. Well, we're talking about the Nebula class ship, the Odyssey. No, not the Odyssey. In the one Deep Space Nine episode where there's no captain. So yeah, I think during peace times, I think there's a possibility that commanders and lieutenant commanders can have command of a starship. It seems kind of silly to me. There should always be a captain, in my opinion, but I think that's the way that it was played in that case. And I know in Star Trek Online it's the same thing. You basically get command right off the hop because, you know, when you're not a captain yet. So anyway, that's it for the comments, guys. Thank you for tuning in yet again. I'm looking forward to reading your next comments and questions on this video. And don't forget about the Star Trek photo contest. Photoshop pictures, computer-generated images, anything with Trekyards related, Samuel and myself in different weird situations. Be nice. There's been quite a few great entries. That's why I gave that as an example, because yeah, anyway, I don't want to give it away. There's going to be some great stuff to show after the contest is over. The end of the contest is June 30th, so get your submissions in. You can win this Trekyards gift box. Also, at the end of June is also the deadline for the or is it July? Let's go check. And end of June or July is the deadline for the model contest, where you build a World War II model. And painted in Federation colors, Federation markings for the contest is over in Starship Modeler and Everything Models. We're competing with them, and everybody that enters the Trekyards one, all the Trekyards people will vote on a winner, and then that winner goes on to represent us against the other two groups. And there, of course, one has Klingon, one has Romulan, we have Federation. So, and then the winner just gets bragging rights, and who knows what else. Paul Lewis is in charge of that. He's going to be arranging some kind of trophy or something. So there's that. I'm going to say the deadline's June 30th right now, although I have a feeling it might be July 30th. But I don't want to get your hopes up by saying July 30th. So let's say June 30th. Get it done by then. And then if it is July 30th, you got more time to finish it up and polish it up and make it all nice and pretty. Let's go with that. Anyway, guys, that's it for now. I just realized I got really tired all of a sudden, and I'm just kind of feeling blah. Got a lot to get ready for the trip at the end of the week, plus recovering from the last trip. So, so much to do. But I thought I'd squeak this little captain's log in here. Not my best by far. I was kind of low energy, but I apologize to everyone out there. Next one will be better because we'll be back from LA and it'll be energized. So yeah, hope you enjoyed some of the goodies and stuff I got from Wonderfest. Like I said, I'll have stories from Wonderfest for a while. A lot of great stories with John Eves and things like that. So look forward to those. And I guess I will see you all very soon. Until then, this is Captain Foley signing off. Bye, everyone.